I would like to extend my thanks to everyone for joining us to this second Nitex trade fair. I would like to extend a very special invitation and thanks especially to the media partners and media friends, those who could come and then be with us today, especially again, to cover at least 4 or 5 days events. I have very important people with me today. We have Director Industries who will be covering on the part of Prime Minister Vishwakarma project schemes under which we will be having here, particularly in our trade fair campus. We have NSIC Zonal Manager from Guwahati who will be speaking on NSIC contribution towards this particular event. We have our Joint Director from MSME who will be speaking on the Minister's inaugural program which we are going to have. I have my friends and colleagues from Business Association of Nagas, Dr. Jan Murray, who is the Vice President International. I have my friends and colleagues from BAN itself who are the conveners of various standing committees. I have my friend Zepino, who is the convener of Standing Committee for Tourism. We have a separate session on tourism, which she has been taking care of. So I will let her speak particularly on that tourism aspects. We have our friend, Mr. Inoto, who is the convener, particularly for our logistic import and export. So we have a session on 20. Where he has been making all the arrangements, particularly with all the panelists, so he'll be speaking on that. Today, I feel so proud that we are going to have an second international trade fair, and the core aspects of why we are having this is that we are creating and promoting our entrepreneurs, particularly in identifying their value proposition. I think that's very important for us. And at the same time, it is also very important that we are assisting the government in seeing to it that the government identifies and start working out, implementing, creating infrastructure, the right infrastructure for the entrepreneurs. There are many infrastructures in Nagaland which we yet have to build up. There are many infrastructures in Nagaland which we are still need to use. So I think in order to make use of that, building up entrepreneurial society, I think the government has to come in fully, and that is what the government has been doing, and that is why we have been finding out many representatives, especially from the government sectors. Before I move on, the objective of us, why we wanted to have this trade, is that we are creating a platform for the entrepreneurs. We are creating a platform and network, collaboration. We will find a lot of collaboration which is happening today. We will have market linkages which will be built this time. We will have market researches which we will be creating at this time. We will have, market exposure, especially through this. Over and top of that, I think, it's very important that the government and the private sector connects, which is very important for context. When we have to see the context of Nagaland, that connect is very important. Government cannot do away with this private sectors. Private sectors cannot do away with. But how well do we gel in order to keep an effective economic growth in the state? I think that is going to be very important for us. I would like to give in brief about 4 or 5 days program. What we are going to do for the next 4 or 5 days in brief. And then I will be handing it over to my friends. On 18th, we will be starting our souls with a prayer, and then in the evening we will have our policy maker coming and then attending us, and then having some interaction with the entrepreneurs. And on 19th we have our Honorable Minister of MSME, who will be inaugurating our trade fair. So he'll be accompanied by the secretary MSME. He'll also be accompanied by joint secretary MSME, and many dignitaries, especially from the state and outside. So that is it. And on 19, we still have 2 sessions. One session is on tourism. I think it has been very, very meticulously picked, because this is very important, which we can even show it to the world. We can give it to the world. So the tourism, that is one thing which we are going to concentrate. And on 19 itself, we are going to work on a session on startups, and which Dr. Yan, he will be taking care of that. On 20, we are having a logistic session, which is going to be very important for us, and particularly for logistic. Hopefully our chief secretary, chief minister will be coming, and then he will be giving us a keynote address, and we will have an excellent panelist particularly for this, and this is one very important session for us. Before I hand it over, I would like to just share something with you. NSIC and MSME, we had been working very, very closely. We had signed up an MOU with MSME to work together, particularly in Nagaland. And so whenever we propose anything else, I think they had been very, very fast in taking care of that. Especially, we had been asking the government, we had been asking MSME that we needed an NSIC office here in Nagaland. And it was graciously given to us. So we are also having one new NSIC office here in Nagaland, and within this period only, I think we will be launching that. We will look forward for that. We will let you know exactly when we are going to do that. Taking situation, as far as the venue is concerned, many a times we have been having a lot of problems because we don't have the right infrastructure. But I think this venue has been freely given to us by Aung Sinsu Tolongjam, to make use of this beautiful, beautiful place, free of cost. Of course, I think just because it is free, we also have to give a lot of things free, particularly in shaping this particular venue. This venue is just in the central of Dimapur, where it's easy accessibility, and so I think the people, Dimapurians, are really going to come and enjoy this place. We have a lot of food courts. I think the people, the participants can really enjoy that. We have a very special program, particularly on a day-to-day basis. That is an entertainment program, live performance on wood crafting, live performance on stone crafting, live performance on fiber crafting. We also have a special show, particularly by a very specially enabled child who makes beautiful painting, with mouth. So I think that is going to be happening throughout the day. I think you can really come and take note of that. You can really enjoy that. We will also have a loin loom, live. I think we will be giving that out. So I think loin loom, that is also going to be one attraction. As such, I would like to thank all our sponsors. We have sponsors from SIDPI, we have sponsors from SPI, State Bank of India, and other sponsors which we will be sharing with you. And after the end of this, I think we will be sharing the entire program, the entire itinerary. So I think you can have it from Dr. Yan. So now I think I take the privilege of again extending my thanks to all of you. I would now like to give time to Director, Industries and Commerce.
Thank you, Brother Lungam, our friends here, and especially the print and the electronic media. Without you, even if we do anything, is not going to work. But just because you are giving us so much of support, initially I thank you all this evening. As our band president has said, we are going to have a certain program in collaboration with the band. And initially, I would like to thank the band because many of the efforts that we are supposed to do is spent kind of taken initiative by our friends here. So this is one big thank you for you. And as in when this second Nagaland International Trade Expo is held, our minister from MSME is joining here side by side certain programs, and then the say projects are being inaugurated on 19th and 20th of this month in this particular program. Now we are going to have certain say awareness program. This last year on 17th of August, BM has personally inaugurated the BM Vishwakarma, and this particular scheme covers 18 traditional trades. Some of the trades, yes, for our Nagaland, it's not that much of relevance because it is for the whole of the nation. It is framed. So this particular scheme is to look into the aspect of those who were left out in many of the trades. Like we have barbers, blacksmithy, carpenter, masons, and then making up fishing nets. This kind of neglected field where many of the traditional artisans and craft persons with their own tools and hands, they used to extract their livelihood. That particular aspect is covered in this particular Vishwakarma scheme. Now, as of now, in Nagaland, in 13 districts, the new districts are still yet to be covered because some establishments are yet to be made, and therefore we are covering initially 13 districts, out of which 3,152 applications we have already received. And one heartening note is 981 application is from Mon district. Now, this particular scheme has certain benefits. One is it is going to give the recognition of the artisans and craft person. The Vishwakarma certificate will be given and an identity card will be given, so that as and when the artisans, craft persons are kind of recognized, there'll be something like an entrepreneur who is having another ID card. The other one is, as in when they are registered, they'll be given short-term kind of training when they are going to be provided with some toll gates worth 15,000 in e-voucher. So this is one area where the neglected artisans and trade persons can be benefited. The other aspect of the scheme is they'll be given financial incentives also in terms of loan. There are two branches. First one is 1 lakh, and as in when they are attending that particular 5 to 7 days training, they'll be given that toll gates worth 15,000, so that with their own hands and with their own tools, they can able to improve or expand their kind of trade. The other aspect is they can get loan. Initially, they'll be given 1 lakh. If their investment and their activities are pretty good, they'll be given another 2 lakhs. So altogether, the amount will be 3 lakhs. So this is one area where our artisans, craft person can avail this particular scheme. Now, to implement this one, is going to be kind of verified with it by the village council. If it is in the urban areas, it'll be from the urban body. The second stage will be district level implementation committee is there, headed by deputy commissioner. So as in when the applications are being recognized by the village council or the UBL, the second stage will be DC will main the DIC, and then it'll be vetted, and the steering committee in the state will finally approve it. So if we take this particular opportunity, I think the neglected kind of artisans as well as the craft person will be benefiting a lot. So with your kind of support from the brain media, it's going to be going back to the grassroots level so that the process will be lightened, and then the people of all our knock-in corner will get to know that this particular scheme is pretty good so that they'll be benefiting. So for this aspect, 19th, 20th of this month here itself, we are going to have an awareness program. We have gone from 5 districts initially within this Dimapur area, and then from all the villages, we are asking to represent one village council member, so that they are supposed to identify the person who is applying the particular scheme. It's not going to overlap, but supposing if in a family I am working in a government job, my family members will not get this particular scheme. But those who are not employed in government or any wage or salary earning corporations or private firms, they are supposed to get this particular scheme. So this awareness, if we keep on percolate it down to the grassroots level, I believe this will benefit us, our entrepreneurs, our artisans a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah,
I think it can be heard, no?
Hi, good evening. I am Vijay Prakash, Zonal General Manager of NSIC, and we are taking care of NSIC and a scheme from Government of India, Ministry of MSME, called National SC/ST Hub also. So in a brief, NSIC help any particular unit from registration, then raw material assistance, then require bank facilities, then we take them to the bank also with us. Then after that, if they require any support in production, we support them with the raw material assistance. If they don't have money, we support them with the financials also for the raw material. And then we support them in the marketing through online mode, which is our portal called msmemart.com, or offline mode like this exhibition. Under SC/ST Hub scheme, we have sponsored more than 70 units at free of cost to them. And under the flagship scheme of SC/ST Hub, we give lots of facilities through friends like you. We want these schemes to be known to all the people, all the possible people. Like, if they want, if any unit owned by SC/ST candidate, they have applied for any bank loan and bank has charged any processing fees, then we can reimburse 80% out of that. If some construction guy, they are making performance bank guarantee through the bank, and bank is charging some fee, then 80% we can reimburse. We can send them to domestic exhibition 4 times across India, almost free of cost, and 2 times international also if they are having product and necessary licenses to export the material. 2 times across globe and 4 times in India. And if they want to upskill their thing by any management development program from the top 50 institute colleges of India, then we can support them with the subsidy also there up to 1 lakh rupees. There is a special scheme called Special CLCSS, a Special Credit Link Subsidy Scheme, where if they have applied for loan to purchase any machine worth of 1 crore or more, or maybe less also, then 25% capital subsidy can be given to the candidates who are SC/STs. So these kind of schemes we are having, further more schemes, time is short. We will be having one stall here, we will be having officers there along with me, so that whosoever is coming there, we can explain them that exactly that how this scheme works. And these are very easy. It's like 1, 2, 3. They have to apply to us and the controlling offices in Guwahati. And as sir also explained that very shortly we are inaugurating, hopefully during this week, this event only, we are inaugurating our office which will cover entire schemes. So Dimapur will have one contact point for NSIC controlled by NSIC office. Our senior branch manager is also here. He'll be controlling that through that sub-branch office. So anybody wants to contact us, they can contact us, say through online mode, through us, directly to us also. And then say let this information go to as many people as possible. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. You can say something.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I want to illustrate more supplementary of the Eid Visakhapatnam. Why? Because we are organizing this here. We want to organize in one contact place point. Every district is registration, but till now a village council member is not total in this one. So we want to give awareness, and we're also setting up the stall here. In the stage, separate stall will be there on the spot they can do, or artisan also they can register here. That is one. Second, I want to see is we're going to inaugurate common service facility for furniture cluster at Tologi, that is industrial park. That will be inaugurating on 20 by the Honorable Minister in presence of Srimati Ikani Jagallo Ipaizer and Emily. Then second one is on 19, virtually we are inaugurating nutritional and aromatic plant at Razabi, that is under Jomagdima district. That will be here only in the Expo site. And second one is the extension Nagaland Toll Room and Training Center at Kefri. Kefri is an aspirational district that will be launching virtually. That is the plan. We have more commands, CFC food processing in Young MZ, but this time we are not inaugurating that one. And industrial estate at Toli also there. We are not organizing because still work is incomplete in that area. Then there is other schemes, but we are not doing this inauguration. So, and that part I complete my work.
Thank you. Zippy, you can say something about your session? Your session.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. No, you take first.
Thank you, Press Fraternity, for coming and covering this event. As our President has elaborated earlier, ban is very intentional for economic development in our state, especially sustainable ones. And in this regard, we have incorporated developing sustainable tourism in Nagaland. As we all know, tourism is a billion-dollar industry, and as stewards of economic growth for our state, we are incorporating this, and this is the first time we will be having panel discussion on this. But before I go further, I'd like to thank the Government of Nagaland Tourism Department for partnering with us. They are our partners for the tourism panel, and they will also be coming in as one of the panelists. And on 19th, 11 a.m., we have our discussion on tourism, especially developing sustainable tourism in Nagaland. This platform is designed or created with the intention of being facilitators for policy makers, stakeholders, great young minds who want to innovate and explore sustainable tourism as a source of livelihood. So in this panel, we have been very intentional to curate our key persons. So we will be covering issues on government policies by our government representatives. Then we also have from the hospitality and hotel background, we will talk on the need of the requirement that is needed for developing hospitality in when tourism comes. And also the interesting aspect that I would like to highlight is we have also experts speaking on wildlife tourism, the scope of wildlife tourism in our state, and adventure tourism by our very young minds. But not only developing tourism, we also will be highlighting on the issues or the negative aspects of the impact of tourism on environment, ecology in the long run. So we are trying to have a very holistic approach. This panel we are planning, or what we have designed is to not only impart but also create a platform for healthy interaction between the policy formulators and also stakeholders. And we believe that this is a small baby step in the right direction. And we invite anyone who has concern or is interested to know more about sustainable tourism developing in our state. You're most welcome to come and join us. You can raise queries. There'll be a panel of experts who will respond to your need. Thank you.
You can come.
Oh, yeah. We'll switch.
Hi, good evening everyone, and thank you for the media for coming here. So on the 28th, we're having a session with to do with logistics. Why logistics is because Nagaland being a landlocked state, we face a lot of challenges, and we are also trying, the whole session about this is we're trying to explore different opportunities. So we're getting various departments like the inland waterways, the aviation industry, and we're talking about industries and commerce, and railways, yes, which is also a very integral part. And also we're putting in some private sector participants as well. So it's a very exciting panel that we have. And what I wanted to, from my experience, what I wanted to share is, as an entrepreneur, there are so many challenges when you're dealing with logistics. And through this session, what we want to convey to the participants is like, we're trying to do our best, BAN as an organization, not individually, together, we are representing all the entrepreneurs. So we want them to understand that how do we maximize by using all these governmental agencies, and also trying to synergize with private sectors and trying to offer as much benefit to the entrepreneurs through this session. So I would like to invite everyone, whoever is reading this message, whoever is hearing this message, to please come and join us on the 28th. It starts at 2 p.m. and it's going to be a very exciting session. There's a lot to learn, and frankly myself also I have a lot to learn. So there's a lot you can take away when you're going to participate. And also I would also request the media, because you're also a very important part of our team. So we want to convey to the people of Nagaland that whatever Ben is doing, we're sacrificing a lot just to build the future for the entrepreneurs. So these are all baby steps that we're taking, like my colleague said, but then the vision and the sincerity that our members are putting in has a very long-term impact in the future of Nagaland entrepreneurs. So hopefully your support will be required as much as possible. So please continue to support us as much as you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am Dr. Yan Muri, Vice President International of BAN, the Business Association of Nagas, and the second Nagaland International Trade Expo. Besides the exhibitors, we have exhibitors from local exhibitors, companies from outside the state. We have international exhibitors, we have government departments. About 8-9 government departments are participating in this exhibition. So what BAN has always been saying is we cannot work in isolation. Like government and the private sector, we have to join hands and we have to work together. And this is a beautiful example where government, so many departments have come forward and exhibiting as well as interacting. This is an opportunity for the private sector and the government to converge and to maximize the potential of the state. And on the 19th of January at 2 p.m. we'll be having a session, a panel discussion on the future of startup and entrepreneurship. So this session is being conducted with the collaboration of the Investment and Development Authority of Nagaland. So it is curated very beautifully, taking into account the challenges entrepreneurs will face in the future. Because as of now, technology is advancing at a very fast pace. And as entrepreneurs, we have to look at the future. What are the challenges we will face in the future? And we have to be ready for that. And finance is a very important component of any business venture. So we are having senior officials coming from Mumbai. The CGT MSc will be here during the panel discussion. Zonal managers from State Bank of India will be here. Senior manager from SIDBI will be here. Small Industries Development Bank of India. We'll be having good entrepreneurs from Northeast states who will be discussing about entrepreneurship and the challenges of startups. And we'll also have local entrepreneurs who will be participating. So this trade expo is not only about exhibition, it is also about discussing, networking. So we are very thankful to the government, to the Ministry of MSME, our sponsors. We have sponsors from, like our president said, SBI, SIDBI, the tourism department, and we have Mahindra who has come forward to sponsor.
NSIC is our major.
And NSIC is our major sponsor for this exhibition. So this is just the start, like our colleague said. Entrepreneurship is exciting. It is exciting. It also has challenges. And the vision of BAN is to work together to converge with the government. And there are so many schemes which our entrepreneurs do not understand. MSME alone has more than 200 schemes. So we are always in touch with the MSME ministry. We want to make it simple for our entrepreneurs to understand. So business session of Nagas, this is our vision, and one important highlight is the NSIC branch office will be inaugurated, so, and which will be in the business session of Nagas office in Dimapur. So in BAN office, entrepreneurs can come, they can learn more about NSIC schemes and what the government has to offer, especially from the MSME ministry. And thank you so much, and we hope that you will come for our panel discussions also and meet with entrepreneurs and the government. Everyone is here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's over. We can take some
Yeah.
questions.
Why did it take 6 long years for the bank from second?
We have to start with step one, and then we have to reach the other steps. So I think we had to take baby steps, and then we have to climb up, as our member said, and that is where we are here today.
The COVID is also a major factor. Because of COVID, no exhibitions took place, and we were trying to rebuild. So that is also one. But yes, this exhibition, we want to have it annually, and with the help of the ministry, NSIC, I think it is possible. Yeah, every year.
also I would like to add something to that. Thanks to our president that he's been very dynamic and that, he has built his team so well over the past a year and a half like that. And Ben has never been like this since the beginning. Now it's like functioning, very well organized, and I think we can do a lot. It's all through the vision of our president. I'll be very honest.
I think that's too big a compliment actually. We have about 140 stores. 140.
140.
Yes. We have a division of service sector. We have manufacture. We have trading. We have agro and agri-based, and also as such, we have closely working with the departments. So we have about 9 to 10 departments who are coming and joining us. And we have automobiles, about 6-7 automobiles. See, from NSIC we have about 72 participants, which is very clear. I think it's going to be there, and the rest, we had given out. That's on paid, stores. I think we are getting all the participants, 140. Yes, yes.
He's asking about the people who are coming to see that show.
Oh, okay. I think we expect about 2,000, 3,000 footfalls per day.
And it also depends on the weather, this weather is very unpredictable these days.
So in the evenings we also have entertainment where about 15 Naga artists will be there, and we also want to make this a platform in the evenings for them to showcase their talent. And we also have cultural troops from NEZCC will be coming and performing. So a bit of everything, serious business talk, exhibition, food, and as well as fun and entertainment.
We will have a separate room, particularly for P2P, P2C, interaction, which we are going to have it, and we will also have a new launch that can be happening every day also, new product launch, and those are the certain activities which you might see on a day-to-day basis. We have about 3. Yeah. Excuse? I think we can give it from our
Executive.
yes.
German, Germany is,
Any more? We'll take one more.
Yes, 2 p.m. Yeah, on the 20th, 2 p.m.
There are 2 sessions on 19th. One starts at 11 o'clock and one at 2 o'clock. And our main inauguration session starts at 3:45 p.m. Our main inaugural. Of course, I think we will share the program right after this. And our 20th, logistic seminars will start at 2 p.m.
Yes.
Am I right? Right.
So your question was to do with the Foothill Road, is it? Yeah. Okay. So for this session, we're not discussing that, but when probably after the panel discussion is done, when you could probably have a discussion with the transport department, maybe they can help you with that. Yeah, the transport department will
They'll
also
be there.
present.
They'll be there. And especially again from railways, general manager will be there as a panelist, And we have a lot of questions to ask him. We have many things that which he can do it for us. We would request all of you to be there at least that day.
I would like to request like the press to actually come and cover the discussions, because that is where you can ask questions.
Yes.
The exhibition will be the same more or less, but every panel discussion is targeted and going to be very different, and we'll have experts, so they would be able to take your queries further.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.